Welcome back into the Sports Source. This segment brought to you by Benedict Construction. I've credited them many times for the fine work they did here on our set. We've always had steady growth on this show, thanks to you, but I have to credit this beautiful den that they built for us for giving us some of that recent growth. We love what they did for us. Benedict Construction handled this beautiful set. And over on that part of the set, we have Mike Strange. Mike is at the Wipey Board, and what we're going to do, you see there, we've already marked a couple of things. In gold will be the easiest, most likely wins, and we're going to rank them 1 to 12. 1 being most likely, 2 being the next most likely, 12 being the least likely, the most likely loss, and those will be in red. All right, so we're going to start here with most likely wins. Indiana State's FCS. UMass might as well be. So I put those as 1 and 2. We all agree those are the 2 easiest on the board?
Yes.
All right, and I put out at Alabama as number 12. We all agree Alabama is the most likely loss on the schedule.
Right. Yes.
Okay. Let's go. What's the third easiest game? What's the third most likely win up there for Tennessee in 2017?
Well, I mean, your gut feeling was Southern Miss, but I'm not so sure that Southern Miss will be, any easier than. I think you can start making arguments here at Southern Miss.
There's a thought that Southern Miss could win 8 games again this year. They're decent, but they're not SEC. Where do you go with number 3?
I would vote Southern Miss.
Okay, I would vote Southern Miss.
Yeah.
Do you agree, Mike?
Yeah,
I do.
Yeah, we both do.
All right, so we got Southern Miss as the number 3. All right, who's number 4?
I'm going to go with South Carolina. You've got them here.
You think that's going to be easier than Vanderbilt here?
From what I've seen, Vanderbilt, 3 out of the last 5 years, is it? I'm going to go with South Carolina.
Okay, he goes South Carolina. I had Vanderbilt on my list because I think you are going to have. It's an in-state rivalry, and you'll have the revenge factor with South Carolina as well. But I think Vanderbilt, it's even crunched up to 10 because they took more heat over that Vandy loss than they did South Carolina. But
it would be between those 2 for me, but I would vote Vanderbilt.
Yeah, I'm with Vanderbilt.
Okay. Mike Strange, which one are you going with?
I'm going with Vanderbilt. That Bentley kid, South Carolina quarterback, scares me more than
Vanderbilt's defense against an inexperienced, well, they'll have experience by then, but you don't know who the quarterback's going to be. I mean, that worries me more than.
All right, well, let's go.
One kid.
I know you would go South Carolina. We can switch to the black pen now. These are the toss-up games, right? So they're your most likely wins. Pen's going to fall right off the desk. Most likely wins are Indiana State, UMass, Southern Miss, and then Vandy. All right. What's your next most likely win on that schedule? Bob would go South Carolina.
Mm-hmm. I would agree with Bob. I would go South Carolina then.
Okay.
I would say at Missouri.
I would say at Missouri too.
I don't even know if I'd put that as a toss-up game.
I mean, I look at Will Muschamp, his history against Tennessee.
Was it 5 games in a row that have been decided by 3 points or less?
So, to me, yes, all the close games with them. And I do worry about their quarterback looked pretty darn good last year against Tennessee for a guy that should have been at his high school prom.
Speaking of South Carolina, Missouri's didn't look too bad.
That's true, and they ran for 5,000 yards.
740 yards.
I'm going to let Mike Strange have you're casting the deciding ballot here. At Missouri, South Carolina, or do you have something else as the easier?
I'm going to go for 2 reasons. I'm going to vote with Bob Hodge here on South Carolina because Missouri broke the Tennessee single-game record for most yardage against them, and they'll be at home, and South Carolina will be in Knoxville.
All right, good enough. I can see that one going either way, so I agree. That's no skin off my back that we go there. Let's get one more in this segment in terms of what is next. Is the next one Missouri? Or do you guys see another one as easier than at Missouri?
No, I think
Missouri will be easier.
I'm going to be on record. I think that after the first 3 or 2, none of them are going to be particularly easy going in. Now, it may be looking easier coming out. I would go at Missouri.
Okay.
Reluctantly a little bit.
Yeah, I would say at Missouri. And the concerns with Missouri will be that they can score a lot of points defensively, even though they promoted a defensive coach in Odom. They can probably score a lot of points with a third-year quarterback there, but I would go Missouri here.
Yeah.
Missouri? Okay, what do you think, Mike?
Nobody's giving history its due here. 26 out of the last 27.
Kentucky beat Louisville at the end of last year. That people forget. They always talk all the SECs is so terrible that Kentucky won at Louisville, which, by the way, beat Florida State by 40 points.
I think there's a chance you leave SEC Media Day and Kentucky is picked for third in the East this year.
Wow.
So whether they wind up being third in the East is a different beast, but I could see people picking them as a sort of a sleeper
The
in
Vols,
the East.
yeah.
Because there's always one that people kind of fall behind. All right, when we come back, we're going to get into, well, we're almost to the most likely losses, so that'll be interesting to discuss. We'll follow up more with Tennessee's schedule on the other side. And hey, we got a stat coming up. Last thing in the show. It's a fantastic stat. If you're looking for good news about Tennessee talent level, it will leave you surprised. Come on back on the Sports Source.